Let's start off with the issue of media freedom here in Nairobi, where the government has come under heavy criticism after police summoned 2 KTN journalists over the Westgate coverage.
Now, the officers from the Kilimani police station are looking for Standard Group CEO Sam Sholei and investigative journalists John Allen Namu and Mohammed Ali to record statements of KTN's coverage of that attack.
But now human rights bodies and journalists' organizations are warning against what they call a return to the dark days, as Sam Ogina now reports.
I want to categorically come out very strongly.
The summonses came just a day after Police Chief David Kimayo hinted that journalists would be facing possible arrest over the coverage of the Westgate terror attack. In the statement, the Inspector General claimed that KTN's investigative programs Jicho Pevu and The Inside Story had sought to promote war propaganda and incited Kenyans against the authorities.
Don't think that when you are championing human rights, then you are above the law to also overstep on other rights of other people. That should not be the case. And therefore, we are within the law, and we are looking within the law very closely for those individuals who in one way or another might have committed incidences of crime within the framework of law and the Constitution, that soon they will be apprehended and appear before the court.
In the summonses issued to Standard Group CEO Sam Sholei and investigative journalists John Allen Namu and Mohammed Ali, the Kilimani CID boss George Ojuka instructs the 3 to appear before him for what he calls an inquiry. And the offense being investigated is termed as unlawful sending of misleading messages contrary to the law. But several human rights bodies and journalist organizations have condemned the police action, terming it an affront on their media freedom.
That his office exists as the primary agency in the protection and the promotion of human rights, and this thus should be in the forefront in carrying out the protection duty.
If the information that was released by journalists that really there was looting in Westgate, then the thing that should be done is whether that investigation is correct, whether that information is correct. But trying to prosecute the messenger for giving that information is not correct.
This investigation amounted to an act that would incite Kenyans is wrong.
The Kenya Union of Journalists warned Kimayo to be alive to the fact that freedom of expression and media freedom are constitutionally protected and no one can take them away. A statement signed by KUJ Secretary General Jared Obuya says that while the AG has the right to criticize the media, he cannot dictate to journalists how to report on any issue. Tom Rhodes from the Committee to Protect Journalists also took issue with the police. Rhodes says Kenya's robust press should not be targeted simply for airing the truth. Instead, the Kenyan police should be investigating the real criminals at Westgate, not the messengers. What has taken the Kenyan media fraternity by surprise is the move by the police to bypass the Media Council of Kenya, which is the body set up by law to deal with complaints against the media.
To restrict coverage by that media should not cover certain issues, and we had to send a petition to the parliament of Burundi. Same thing in Rwanda. There seemed to be a movement within East Africa to try to restrict what the media says and what the media does. And we know that in Kenya, our media has been fairly responsible.
But still, there are questions over where the terrorists are.
The Media Council is set to issue a statement on the police action, but the Editors Guild is urging the journalists to ignore what it terms as illegal summonses. The statement says the threats by the police are pathetic and tragic attempts by reactionary forces in the society to drag the country back into the dark old days of one-party dictatorship and repression. The Guild wants Kimayo to provide timely and accurate information on all the outstanding questions about the Westgate operation. Standard Group has written a protest letter to the police over security of its investigative journalists. Before the summonses, the journalists had been receiving text messages purportedly from police asking them to record statements over the allegations of looting by security agents during the Westgate operation. Sam Ogina, KTN, Nairobi.